Are you struggling to lose those extra pounds? Wish you could have a personal trainer and nutritionist on speed dial? Well, that's where Noom apparently comes into play. But what exactly is it? Is Noom right for you? Spoiler alert, it depends on what you're looking for. Stay tuned to find out my thoughts on it as a registered nutritionist. Okay, so you're probably thinking, not another weight loss program? Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. But don't worry, Noom claims to be the last weight loss program you'll ever need, according to its website. That's quite a claim. Let's dive in and find out what Noom is all about and whether you should try it. First, what exactly is Noom? Apparently, it's like having a trainer, nutritionist, and health coach all in one place in your phone. Noom focuses on making behavioural changes surrounding dieting and weight loss. The app will show you, for example, the best foods to eat. It rates them on a scale from green to yellow to red. Noom provides users with health and wellness coaches, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are trained professionals like registered dietitians or certified trainers. The nutrition advice is based on the idea of calorie density. Low calorie or low energy density refers to foods that have few calories for the amount to eat or the weight of a given food. Noom divides food into one of three categories: red, green, or yellow. No foods are off limits, but it's suggested that you limit the number of red foods you eat, while you're encouraged to eat more yellow and green foods. So, how does it work? When you first download the app, Noom asks you how much you'd like to lose, how fast you like to lose it on a scale from tortoise to hare, which is an interesting question to ask as we are humans, not animals, and we can't choose to lose weight at a particular speed. It asks for your age, height, and current weight, which are all pretty standard diet tracking stuff. From there, the app asks for permission to access your smartphone's health app. It automatically logs your exercise, but asks you to log everything you eat during the day. The app has a database of foods to choose from. Noom actually takes those calories and subtracts them from a daily calorie goal, depending on those factors you shared with it earlier, to show you how many calories you have left in the day. Noom also tracks your actual weight loss. You enter your weight each week and the app makes a graph of your progress. It asks you to put everything you eat in daily food logs, and it uses traffic light colours, red, yellow and green, to help you understand how healthy you're eating. Green foods are like fruits and veggies, are the least calorie dense and contain the highest concentration of healthy nutrients. Yellow foods have more calories but aren't necessarily bad for you. Think of meat and dairy. And red foods like processed foods and desserts are the most calorie dense and the least nutrient dense. Red foods aren't off limits. The app just aims to make you aware that they are high in calories and less filling, so you can be aware of what that means for staying within your daily calorie goal. Now let's have a look at the pros and cons of Noom. So what are the pros? Number one is accountability. Noom helps you stay accountable and helps you to make wise choices on your own, and it uses traffic light colours, red, green and yellow, to help you understand how healthy you are eating. Number two is education. The education elements that the app includes, like how it teaches you about calorie reduction and carbohydrate intake, as well as how to increase physical activity, is really helpful and crucial information if you want to lose weight in a sustainable way. Number three is the fact that no foods are off limits. The Noom app encourages eating real whole foods and recommends more nutrient-dense meals and snacks as often as possible. Noom is totally inclusive of any food you want to eat, so if you want an apple pie, you can have it. You might get a tiny note on your food tracker telling you that you've gone over your portion limit for red foods, but you'll also receive encouraging words for tracking at all. Number four is that it's realistic. The app is realistic in helping you set long-term goals and gradually lose weight without resorting to fad diets and restrictive eating patterns that aren't sustainable. An algorithm breaks down your personalized energy needs and how many calories to eat from protein, fat, and carbs. You can adjust your calorie budget if you think it's too high or too low. Number five is the coaching. The individual coaching provides a virtual cheerleading team through your phone who can help you stay engaged with the platform. Each day, you receive a personalized list of steps to check off designed to reach your established goals. The feedback draws on psychology, nutrition, and exercise physiology. but there's a question mark around the coaching given. Keep watching until the end to find out. Number 6 is community. Noom encourages community. Groups of goal setters can offer support and chat real time, a great model for anyone who feels encouraged by interpersonal communication and camaraderie. But what are the cons? There are a few red flags that jump out at me. Here are some to keep in mind. Number 1 is the food categorization. I'm all for encouraging fruits and veggie consumption, but the calorie density approach doesn't take into account how filling, delicious and healthful many high calorie dense foods are. For example, nuts, seeds, olives and avocados, along with their butters and oils, all supply protective plant compounds that help lower the inflammatory process, thereby lowering your risk of disease. These same foods, as part of a healthful eating pattern, have also been linked with improvements in body weight and waist measurements, and they may make it easier to prevent weight gain, which is a huge step towards aging healthfully. Putting healthful fats in the red zone is misleading and may lead you to unnecessarily restrict them. I mean, wouldn't you prefer to chow down on a salad with some crunch from nuts, the creaminess from the avocado, and a delicious dressing made with extra virgin olive oil, compared to a salad with the crunch from carrots and a sparse dressing? I know I would. Number 2 is the cost. The $59 per month minimum is pretty pricey, and one of the primary complaints online is whether or not the app is worth it. In comparison, WW, formerly Weight Watchers, has 3 tiers of programs. Their top tier program offers personal training and digital capabilities at a cost of $1.61 a day, or just under $50 per month. If you want to find out more about WW, check out my video Is Oprah Winfrey's WW Diet Legit? I'll leave a link in the description below. Other health apps like MyFitnessPal provide similar food tracking capabilities designed for healthier habit formation, which is free of charge. Plus, Noom is only available through an app on your smartphone, which is frustrating if you want to browse on your computer or tablet, especially for the money you are paying. Another downside of Noom is that it's not customized. If you need more structure, like a specifically curated meal plan, Noom may not be ideal for you. While Noom provides you with the metrics and recipes for guidance, it doesn't necessarily curate a customized meal plan. I mean, this does provide flexibility with making your own daily menu and coming up with meals throughout the week, but some individuals work better with a more structured approach, so it all depends on your personal preference. Number 4 is the coaching. As I mentioned earlier, there's a question mark with the coaching provided. Their coaches are not registered dietitians or nutritionists, and there's a huge difference in education and training between a health coach and a registered dietitian and registered nutritionist. If you have any food sensitivities, medical concerns, or other roadblocks to eating better, including lifestyle issues or inexperienced cooking, you'll be better off working one-to-one with someone who can help you discover what works best for your unique body and circumstances. On top of that, based on reviews, the health coaching is really overbilled. Among the common complaints, people felt like they were talking to a chatbot instead of a person. The coaching support is superficial, coaches aren't available 24/7 and often leave you hanging. That's definitely not cool. Another downside is, well, it's an app. Remember, it is what it says it is, a weight loss app. Therefore, if you've struggled with obsessing over your weight in the past or have a history of eating disorders or disordered eating habits, it may be best to stick with one-to-one coaching with a registered dietitian or nutritionist. Also, obvious alert, but the app isn't going to head to the grocery store and cook for you or drive you to the gym. So you have to take some initiative to actually follow through with the healthy habits suggested. Can it help you lose weight? In short, it's definitely possible, but it really comes down to whether you actually use it consistently. So Noom has got some science to show that it can help people lose weight and keep it off, but it is minimal. In one study among almost 36,000 people who were Noom users, almost 80% reported weight loss while using the app for a median of 267 days. Among the group, certain behaviours promoted better results. Tracking dinner was an especially effective strategy, while tracking overall calories, activity and weight weren't far behind. So while the app can help you lose weight, you have to actually use it as I mentioned. If you really take advantage of the app daily and put in data that's honest and truthful, the Noom program should help you lose weight. But there haven't been any follow-up studies to show that if you can keep the weight off in the long term. We've talked through the pros and cons of Noom. So, should you try it? Well, that depends on what you're looking for. Since Noom does encourage habit formation and there are some real substantial benefits to the behaviour change for life systems used to help guide you, it might be worth starting with the trial period. But as I mentioned before, your success on Noom will ultimately depend on how consistently you follow the program, utilise their coaches and engage with their daily content. Using apps like Noom for accountability may be helpful for some people, though it doesn't guarantee it will universally work for everyone. Especially since achieving better health and weight loss is highly dependent on your personal taste and health goals. Noom has lots of bells and whistles, but you may not need all of them, and you may get tired of the reading material and quiz formats after a while. There are plenty of apps that help you track food, weigh-ins, activity levels, and that support mindful eating, and many of them don't cost a penny. If you're in it for the support, read the reviews online before you subscribe. Knowing what works for you versus what seemingly works for everyone else can be tricky to navigate on a platform you're paying for. Different folks respond to plans differently. Some people like having a clear outline of what to eat and why. Some people like working face to face with a coach. And some people like doing it all through the convenience of their phone. It really comes down to the individual. The bottom line is that an app isn't the only way to lose weight or build healthy eating habits. So know yourself and find a plan that works for you. Have you tried the Noom app? Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to watch more videos just like this. Remember, enjoy food and stay happy and healthy. Catch you on the next one.